not gruntled.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get started. Shall we?
Sorry, Dad.
No. Hello. Wait. Hold on a second. Let me. Before our introductions, I need to fix this. What's going on here? What's going on here?
What do you need to fix?
What's going on?
No. It's just a layout.
Oh, are we live? I see a screen on
Yeah,
YouTube.
it's live. Okay. Good afternoon. This is Book 4 on the air. My name is Ryoma, voice actor and showrunner to Book 4 Restoration Project by Staff and Sear Studios, and the upcoming Kingdom Hearts manga project by Studio Still, and the IDW TMNT project by Writers Block Productions. Hi. So a new Ocarina of Time mod just dropped. It turns it into Ace Attorney. So for this, I'm getting the band back together.
Yay!
Yeah.
Got enough on your plate, buddy? No. There needs to be at least two more.
Exactly.
Well, I have tested projects.
Oh, that's okay, because those two more is already settled in. It's
All right.
by other people. It's fine.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, well, for a couple years we've had done voice acting streams from the other channel, and now we're bringing it over here to you on YouTube,
Yay.
Twitch, and
Hot and
Kick.
fresh out the kitchen.
Yeah, what Cal says. Who's in the chat? Let's see, Kick.
Cool people, I'm sure.
They're all cool people, yeah. Hey, Snow.
We got a strict cool-only policy in the chat, so if you're there, you're automatically cool.
You're
It was a
automatically
prerequisite for entering.
That includes you, Snow,
Mm-hmm.
and Suna Mod.
Yeah.
Suna, just Suna. We're calling you Suna, and Maiku, who is in all the chats like a true champion.
Oh.
Get the heart of a champion.
Yeah, we got a chat bouncer, so they don't let anybody who's not cool inside.
Yeah, exactly.
If you didn't see the bouncer, it means you were cool and they didn't need to stop you.
Yeah.
We got an
You
alpaca
see this
Our
lamb.
bouncer's
Really?
name is Steve, actually. Shout out to Steve. He's the best bouncer.
Yeah.
Hey,
Keeping things
Steve.
You
cool.
know a bouncer?
His name is Steve.
All right. Say hi, Steve, if you're out there.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve the bouncer.
I already made the Homestar Runner reference. I'm not making it again.
Man, that'd be a cool video game, Steve the Bouncer.
my
Oh wait,
God.
there is
Right?
technically a Bouncer video game
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, it's by Square Enix, and it's really
Yeah.
Oh
weird.
yeah, that weird.
It's so weird.
Anyway, shall we go around the room?
I'm not done yet. Hi, alpaca lamb.
Psyched. Stall.
True
Keep
Blue.
stalling.
There's another True Blue. Oh my God.
Wait, what?
Which one is the
Supply.
truest
Clone?
blue?
I'm sorry.
Which blue is truer?
Where see the other one?
I'm going to the Twitch chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought there was a poster for a moment there. Sorry.
Oh no. Probably sarcastic. Hi, not sure if you're
Hey, that's Reese. Hi, Reese.
Hi, Reese.
I don't know why. What do you mean? How did you get in?
How did you get in? What
You must be cool. It wasn't
I guess you
prerequisite.
are. You're just cool here, Reese. Well,
Face the facts.
it's the facts.
Oh, you mean you got by the bouncer, Steve? Yeah. You're
Oh.
cool, Reese. You deserve to be here.
Exactly.
Yay.
And then we have a second Kauthar in chat for YouTube.
That must be reverse cow.
Unbelievable. Reverse cow. Being supportive. Unbelievable. Who would have thunk?
I know, shocking. Hey, a broke clock is right twice a day, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Whatever. Anyway, without further ado, the cast members of Hero of Law. Link. Go ahead and do your introductions.
Yeah, Zach. It's me, Adriel. I am Link. Nice to meet y'all, and welcome to the stream. You should totally subscribe because this is a really nice layout on YouTube and with Twitch Prime.
Okay.
There, I did your ad for you.
Oh, thank you. That saves me like 10 seconds.
Yes.
Zelda, you're up.
Hi, it's me, Heidi. I'm going to be voicing Zelda.
Sweet.
That's it.
Wait, is it Malon or Marin? I thought it was Marin. What?
Oh, it's Malon.
Malon.
Malon, yeah.
Is it Malon? Is it Melon? Maybe she's the Melon Lord.
Melon.
Have we thought about this?
Yeah. Who would have thunk it?
Isn't Marin the seagull girl?
Yeah, from Link's Awakening.
Pretty
Malon's
sure
the farm
Marin was
girl.
Krillin's girlfriend that he named his daughter after.
There it is.
Oh.
Awkward. Anyway, Malon, go ahead and do your introduction. Say hi to class.
Hello, friends. I'm Kauthar. You might know me from TOF and the Book 4 Air Restoration Project. Glad to be here. I'm going to be Malon, Marin, Malone.
Who knows?
Whoever starts
We're
with
going to
an M.
find out.
I guess so. Mr. Judge. I mean, oops. Not judges later. Impa, go ahead.
Hi, it's dangerous to go alone. Take me, I'm Blackjack. I've played Impa before in 2 other projects. One of them hasn't come out yet, but it's going to be very cool. There is the Growing Up Gerudo webcomic dub, which was on hiatus due to tragedy, but it will be returning. And Impa is my favorite Legend of Zelda character, so getting to play her multiple times is amazing.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Okay, now the judge.
Hi, I'm True Blue. You might remember me as Phoenix Wright from Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
And I'm playing Judge
also-
Rauru.
Yay!
Yay. And there's this, next up is Ganondorf. Go ahead.
You're way in the distance.
Whoa.
You're pretty quiet. Turn up your gain.
That
Needs to be louder.
Still
A
up.
little louder. Louder.
Almost.
Louder.
A little
More.
better.
Hello.
a little louder.
I mean, all right, it's as high as it goes.
Oh,
what?
a little.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a
now
little lower.
that's...
yeah.
A little lower.
Hello.
Yeah, there we go.
Hello.
Yeah, there we
Okay.
go.
I'm just gonna have to turn you up a bit. Well, let's see.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like,
There you go. Okay, you're good.
hello.
Hello.
I'm good now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, everybody, I'm Arkham. I'm either the bad guy or just any deep voiced dude. So, I'm Ganondorf. I have a muffin right here.
Do
Is
you
it-
know the
is it a muffin?
No, it's a banana nut.
Ooh.
Oh.
man of culture.
That's pretty evil.
Banana nut muffins are delicious, and I will die on this hill. Blueberry is unmatched. This is facts. But a banana nut muffin, choice.
Yeah. It's,
I
that's
would
not too
also
bad.
vote blueberry.
I don't think it needs to be a competition. I think we can all enjoy a variety of muffins and live our best lives.
I mean, it's
Very
alright to
true.
have an opinion, but there's also a better one, technically. That all opinions are fair. They're all equal and stuff. There's just, but you know, blueberry exists. And
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
eat a banana
Some
nut in one
muffins
hand and a
are more
blueberry in the
muffin
other,
than other
and no one can
muffins.
stop me.
How about banana nut blueberry? All in one.
Madness.
No, that feels religious. That feels like eugenics, and I will have no part in it.
I mean, it's kind of the
Wow.
opposite of eugenics.
Yeah, you know.
That feels
Oh.
that feels like some sci-fi nonsense. No,
Oh
thank
my
you.
God.
We haven't cracked that code,
Look, just
nor
make a
should we.
bacon
There are
By the
places
way,
man is
Ryoma.
not meant to trample.
Yeah.
Ryoma, I don't know
Yeah.
if it's something that you're doing or if it's the emulator, but the music keeps cutting in and out. Is
Because
that
I keep
happening for everybody else?
minimizing it and touch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
nothing's happening.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. All right, then there's Ingo, but who cares about that? Let's go. Let's go and play the game.
Get that guy.
Poor Ingo.
Forget that guy. You know. Okay. Can you hear the game? Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's playing now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you hear us above the game? Chat.
Oh yeah, that would be important.
If you can't hear us, or there's anybody's voice who you can't hear, please let us know.
Yes.
I'm concerned about maybe hearing Arkham over the game.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear the deep voice guy?
We
I
heard
honestly
you,
feel
but
a little
you
low,
sound
And
like
I didn't hear any music, so that.
Check now. Mike, what about now? I know the
I'm gonna mute
audio
you
was.
guys so we can hear the other tabs.
Arkham sounds like he's on the other side of the room, but it's at least the same room everyone else is in.
Okay. I'll lower
Alright.
the emulator a bit. All right.
I think that would be good.
Because it's really low in my computer.
Oh, on my end,
I
it's
don't
really
hear
loud.
anything on Twitch, but I do hear it on YouTube.
Okay. Wait, there's nothing playing in Twitch? Uh-oh.
No, I mean the music. The music. I can hear the voices, but I don't hear the music.
Oh no, I checked. I just checked. It's good.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You did? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Now we're set. We're good. Let's go.
Let's go.
That save didn't happen. Doesn't count. Oh no.
This game auto saves.
Oh, that's fancy.
Better not make a mistake. It's a good thing we have a walkthrough, right? That's you.
Who?
Uh-oh.
Oh, somebody.
Does this have auto text?
Oh no.
Well, who's supposed to be speaking?
That's you, Link.
Oh, me? Wait, is it me?
Then now
Do we have
it's
to
Link.
start
Oh,
over?
Can we
That's
start
you.
over?
I forget
I
who's
just
here.
know who you're talking to.
Can we start over?
Yeah, let's start over.
Oh wait, that's
And I guess
Zelda.
I should just kinda-
Let's take two.
Oh,
Yes!
Oh no.
Wait, are you gonna start
Yeah, let's
over?
start over.
Can you
Let's start over.
yeah. Perhaps we needed more scene direction than you.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Right?
sorry. I'm so sorry. Forgive me.
If you're playing with an N64 controller, please hold it like this.
Let's
There
check.
are all the opening lines Zeldas?
No, it just you guys take turns.
I think it's.
Let me check the scene again ahead of time. And...
What do you
I
mean we
completely
take
forgot about
turns?
My God, I've got the vapors.
Important question.
Yeah.
Can we curse in this, or is this meant to be family friendly?
Go ahead. You just can't say the N word.
Oh my
I don't think that
god!
was on the table.
What a line to draw!
What in the world, Rio?
I,
He is, of course, referring to nougat. Only nuts and caramel are allowed in these candy bars.
Oh yeah, because we did sneak banana nut earlier. So
Yeah, I did.
It's totally fine.
Nuts are allowed. Nougat, no. Hard pass. Toffee is okay. Toffee is a good middle ground.
Can't just drop the hard gat like that.
You can't. I'm so sorry.
Okay, it's Link, then Zelda, then Link.
Okay.
Zelda Link. Okay.
Link, Zelda, Link. That's
How do you
easy.
know?
Then
How are we
Zelda.
supposed to know? Link, Zelda,
You
Link.
gotta have faith in the heart of the cards.
All right, let's. I'll let you know. Let's. All right, here we go.
Snow White.
I will say Link, then Zelda,
Okay.
then Link.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Take two. New game.
Let's go.
That save doesn't count either. All right. Link.
Okay. It's so quiet.
Zelda.
Do you think they forgot?
Link.
Forget a royal visitation? No one can make such a blunder, princess.
Zelda.
Well, I guess I should just go in then.
The gasp.
The gasp.
March 17, 9:37 a.m. I will grant court defendant levy number 3.
Oh my gosh.
You said it like a
distortion.
you said it like a sergeant. I loved it.
I was more going for madman screaming in the streets.
I got that.
Are they wearing booty shorts?
Yeah.
They're wearing armor, but then
Yes,
they're like,
they
check
are.
out these thighs.
Yeah.
Look at
Oh, yeah,
a little bit of a
I think-
thirst
They
trap
need-
while they
they need
protect
a lot
the
of
kingdom.
ventilation.
No, they're wearing like pants. It's just that there's a fold in their boots.
I don't believe
Yeah.
that. They're clearly wearing like biker booty shorts.
Oh yeah, I think there's a line that skips, but you can press start to bring up the history.
Yeah. Like this.
Yes. Oh, okay. All right.
What's your court record?
You think that after so many years, of doing this, I'd be used to the stress?
Oh, the
Ooh.
audio's crunching, man.
Yeah, it's very
Oh.
flickery.
So why am I crunching?
Wait, which one's crunching? The stream or the
game.
Discord stream?
Discord.
The audio is
Discord.
like clicking,
Yeah.
really staticky.
Hey Rio, you want to
difficulties,
start the
eh?
event just so that the little upcoming thing goes away? It's kind of the text box.
Yeah.
That's just me. Sorry, bro. I do it myself, but I don't have the permissions.
Okay.
There we go.
There you
Alright,
go.
now we're all
Okay.
good.
One thing
Thank
after another.
you.
Is it working now? Is it functional?
Yes.
I mean, is anything really?
Yeah.
Is anything really? So Link, what's your thoughts?
I mean, all I
Come on.
could think, I
Do
have
Link
only three
stuff.
thoughts. 1, hut. 2, hiat. 3, why am I shaking?
Come on, do Link stuff.
I guess it's a lot worse when it's your friend's life that's on the line. Come on, gotta look professional. She can't see you like this. Speaking of her, though, where is she anyway? Hey, you, over there!
Oh, what was it? Attorney and the trial isn't starting yet, man.
Oh, jeez. I mean,
Maybe you do need to lower your game.
Huh? What is it? The trial isn't starting yet.
Okay, that's fine.
But it will be soon, right? Would you happen to know why my client isn't here yet? I didn't get to speak much with her when she was arrested, so, yeah. I was hoping I could at least exchange a word with her now.
Well, you weren't the only one with that there idea. I believe she is currently in the prosecutor's lobby. He wanted to talk to her as well.
What? What is up with this guy? He bars me from the crime scene, blocks my detention center visits, and now this?
Not to worry, she will definitely be here before the trial.
Great. That'll be a joyous 5 minutes indeed. Ugh. But there's nothing I can do but wait.
Sometime later. Oh, that's better.
Okay, alright. This is getting ridiculous. I've already beat Link's Awakening during the time I was sitting here. How much longer can he keep her?
Ah, see, there she is. No need to get all worked up, dork.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw this Game Boy at you.
Is something wrong? Did I hear shouting?
So much for looking professional.
I hear a baby.
Yeah. That is my character choice now. Screaming baby in the background.
There's a custody case going on in the next courtroom.
Yeah, you don't hear that, Malon. Don't worry, everything's fine. I don't got a baby in the background. Definitely don't.
You sound like you have a baby in the background.
No. This is Malon. Ever since we met in Hyrule Castletown all those years ago, we've been great friends. Her heart's in the right place. I know she cared deeply about her father.
If everything's fine, why do you look so worried?
Hey, Talon. He talks here. And that's what the important thing.
Mm-hmm. Well...
How did the investigation go? Did you find anything?
Yes, the investigation. I found tons of, groundbreaking stuff. Particularly that my opponent's a real scumbag! What did the prosecutor want from you, anyway?
Well, it was mostly just threats. He kept explaining in detail what'll happen to me if I'm found guilty.
That doesn't sound like a vital discussion that needed to happen right before a trial. He probably just did that so he wouldn't have as much time to talk.
What kind of capital punishment you think Hyrule has? I bet they have hanging.
You
If that
believe
one
in
scene
me?
in
Sorry,
that one,
go ahead.
If that one scene in Twilight Princess is any indication, they just try to stab you.
Oh.
Yeah, which is, I think, a really great way to go. Rather take that over getting hanged.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree
Especially
with
if
that.
it's like the badass sword and stuff. But then he just kind of grabbed it out and stabbed everyone else with it. So
Yeah.
it didn't work.
Yeah.
It
I
didn't
want to do that.
Problematic method.
By the way, I did post the walkthrough to this game earlier in chat. So
I did not do my homework. Sorry.
An F. F for you.
Mhm.
Go to
F
detention.
is for friends who do stuff together.
You watch? I thought you did watch SpongeBob.
I don't.
Anyway,
Yeah.
your dealer's choice, Link.
Mm.
No, hold on. I didn't say my line. I'm sorry.
All right, say it. Go.
I've
say
been
it.
waiting for a moment. You believe in me, right? I didn't do it. I'd never.
Yeah, I mean, of course I believe you. Yeah. Although, I'll be honest, things aren't looking very good right now.
I know. That's why I'm worrying in an oscillating pattern.
What's that you've got there?
Oh, this is just a pictograph of Father I carry around. I just can't believe he's gone.
I wish I knew how to cheer her up right now. I'm not very good at handling emotional clients. Hey, you know, that pictograph could be really useful for the trial.
Oh, how so?
Well, you look so happy together. I can present it to show that you two had a great relationship.
You really think so? Oh well, here you go then.
Balance pictograph added to the court record. All right, well, at least I'll be walking in there with something other than my badge. But wait, we shouldn't just be idly chatting. Anyway, there's not much time left. I know it's hard to talk about it, but could you actually tell me what happened? Real quick?
First off, Talon, no, I'm not gonna change that grade. She gets an F.
Rude!
Anyway.
Wow.
I'm a good noodle.
Next line.
I don't stand much chance if I don't know your version of the story.
My
So
line!
starting
Do I
to
not get a
finish,
line?
turn it back. That's in the courtroom
I
at
didn't get
once.
to read my
She
line.
didn't get to say her line
The-
though, guard. What the
game,
heck?
The game took the control away from me.
I'm devastated.
Well, see if that'll show up in the history.
Let me see. Nope. It's not
Gone
there.
forever.
Gone
Uh-oh.
forever.
Shouldn't have said that stuff about having no chance. Ooh.
This shit is so ghetto.
Oh, don't worry. He's an intern.
Cause
Um,
you got
Alright.
no chance up against a machine too strong.
Like I said, ignore what that dude's saying. Everything will be fine. Trust.
I'm gonna rage against the machine.
You do that.
Alright, the prosecutor has been playing me for a fool since this began, but sooner or later, his arrogance will be his undoing. Alright, let's head inside. My name is Link. I've been a defense attorney for the last 7 years. I've won my fair share of cases, and lost some too, but this one is personal. There's so much at stake here. Not only do I have to save Malon's life, I gotta find out who did this to Talon. And I'll make him pay real big. Yeah. Talon, he was always so kind. He didn't deserve this. I need to do him justice.
Talon are universally great. Talon in the chat is universally great. Talon, my father, is universally great.
Exactly. I can't lose this.
The court is now in session for the trial of Malon of Lon Lon Ranch.
The
Why is the
defense.
judge fat?
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
I sincerely doubt that. What were they thinking? Pitting me against some pathetic kid?
Oh,
Not this
there
time,
it is.
game.
Hey.
Go ahead, Cal. Okay.
Cow?
I was muted. That's my bad. Pathetic kid! What gives you the right to?
Still your tongue. You bring shame upon the fine color of your hair, vile woman. Before long, the world shall know the horrible deeds you've committed. Let us not prolong the inevitable. Shall we begin?
Now, this court is no place to be exchanging insults.
Ha!
Since the prosecution seems ready as well, let's hear their opening statement.
Now, before that, Talon, are you okay?
Pretty sure Talon was murdered.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I don't think they're okay.
Uh,
I mean,
think-
has anyone actually checked? He's a pretty deep sleeper.
oh, damn. Anyway,
Oh, that's
Eh,
true.
anyway, YouTube is just behind for some reason. All right, we'll just keep going. Is everyone else good in the other stuff? Twitch, Kick? Is anyone alive? Anyone out there?
Is there anybody out there?
Everyone? Hello?
Anybody out there?
Oh, okay.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, everything's fine. Okay, let's go.
All right.
Okay. All right.
The opening statement shall also be the closing one. I win, you lose, Neener Neener. The girl did it! It's obvious! She killed her own father in cold blood! All so she could have the ranch to herself. Couldn't wait for the old fool to die naturally, could you, you greedy little rat?
I gotta say, your voice really matches the in-game laugh
It is.
effect
It's
for
so
it.
Yeah,
good.
it's crazy.
You're a good match for this Ganondorf. Wow. Hi, darling from YouTube. What do you mean,
Hi,
maybe?
darling.
All right.
My darling.
Thanks for the follow, Talon. I hope Twitch is better. All right, moving on.
Hack! Your Honor, you can't allow this man to verbally abuse the defendant like this.
Ha! Did the murder, kid. She deserves every scorn she gets.
I do believe a little less commentary wouldn't go amiss.
Bah! I assure you, old man, you will change your opinion once you see all the damning evidence.
Who is this guy? How can he speak to the judge like that?
Ganondorf Dragmire. Looks like I've been lucky to avoid meeting this man until now. The stories I have heard about him must be true.
Adriel, your voice goes on Link really well.
It really
Oh.
does.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It goes on him better
you-
than that suit.
Ooh.
Oh,
I do have a-
you know what? You're not wrong. The gauntlets
I
are
do
a
have-
little tacky. They're,
I do have to wonder why his face is a bit pudgy.
I don't know.
that's,
N64.
hey, I take offense to that. This
Oh,
is
no,
how I
N64
dress myself
the word
every
was-
single day.
Is N64 the word we're not supposed to say?
No, no, you're fine. Darlingful says you sound like a Final Fantasy character.
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and thanks for the follow.
A boorish barbarian of a man hailing from the Gerudo province. Apparently, he prides himself on the nearly clean streak he's cultivated for decades. All while disrespecting everyone in the court, including the judge. I've even heard some attorneys refer to him as the King of Evil. Definitely has that look, at the very least. Who wears a full armor to court?
Talon is asking you to say, "Excuse me, princess."
Well, excuse me, princess. I hope he gets to
Very
say that.
well. Please present your case to the court.
You don't seem like talking. So I'll just let the detective present the basics. Bring Impa of the Sheikah forces to stand!
Oh my goodness. Could you talk a little lower, Ganondorf? You're like killing my ears. here.
No!
You're like 15
well.
feet from me, and
Just no.
Well, okay, here we go. First battle. I'm gonna be deaf. Well, I know Impa. She's quite a competent detective.
Was that actually too loud? Did I?
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
Your
it would
reply
just be really
killed
loud
me.
if, like, you were talking to someone who was like 15 feet from you,
Yeah.
like Link is.
Which worries me.
Oh, who's doing the sweat
Please.
thing?
Please let her have made a mistake just this once. And the music in this is so good.
It really is.
All right, state your name and whatever it is you pretend to do.
You never change, do you, prosecutor?
Nope, just gonna stand here being awesome. Any possible change would be for the worse. Now, stop wasting time! Name and occupation!
Oh man.
Very well. I'm Impa, head detective of the Sheikah Force Homicide Division.
True, for now at least.
come up here. And
I'm
give you
loving
an
this. He's just a dick at every opportunity.
Well, what are you waiting for? Start talking! You were the one assigned to this case, so you know all about it. What calamity has befallen our fair kingdom?
Interesting choice of words there, prosecutor.
Nah.
Humph. Still can't be bothered to give a proper opening statement. I suppose I can do the prosecutor's job for him this time for the sake of an unbiased look.
Please go ahead, detective.
The spite goes both ways.
The incident happened early yesterday morning on Lon Lon Ranch, a local supplier of goods located just south of Castletown. The current owner of the homestead, Talon, was found dead in his ranch house.
A tragic loss for our kingdom for sure. I've seen the man around Castletown a number of times, delivering goods.
Quite. The owner was a rather important figure in the local community. In any case, we were alerted to the scene of the murder by the Royal Guard, who were there on official business.
Official business? Oh,
As I understand, the ranch provides the kingdom with vital services. To ensure it is operating as it should, and as a gesture of appreciation, the Crown orders a visitation to the ranch every year. I like this remix.
I see. A scheduled annual visit. Continue, detective.
When the Sheikah force arrived, they found the victim bleeding out onto the floor. Next to him lay his daughter Malon, breathing but unresponsive. After a thorough investigation, we arrested her as she was deemed the only possible culprit. That about covers the gist of what happened.
Very nice and succinct. Keep that up and perhaps you will keep your job.
Oh, would you like to hear that again?
Please, no. Anything but that.
I don't think the good detective here has to worry much about that, given she is the head of the department. Which reminds me, why is the head of detectives herself on a case like this? Were the other detectives unavailable?
That would be because I have been assigned to this case by order of the King of Hyrule himself.
The king himself assigned you? That doesn't happen very often, does it?
You're correct, Your Honor. I'm not usually involved in field work like this. This time, however, the king felt it necessary because of who was involved.
Who is involved? Is the death of a ranch worker really such a concern for the king?
Yeah, friends in high places.
Well, as I said, Lonland Ranch is a very important supplier of goods, to be sure. It took me this long to realize she's wearing a hat, and that's just not just her hair piled really high.
Oh my gosh, if that was her hair.
It's a Gregson hat.
But that's not who I meant. I imagine the king wanted the top investigators on the job because it was the royal princess herself who discovered the crime scene.
Order! I will have order! The royal princess, Zelda, witnessed the crime?
Ha! And there you have it. This case rides on the princess's own words. To doubt it would be to doubt your own royalty.
Well, this is bad.
Want to see me tempt fate? How could it get any worse?
I can't really object to that.
Very well. If the princess is testifying today, it's better we don't make her needlessly wait.
No, do it anyway. It would be funny.
Detective, please testify about exactly why the defendant was arrested.
Oh boy, here we go.
It is with regret that I agree with Dragmire. All the evidence points towards this girl being the culprit. We determined the murder definitely took place inside of the ranch house. There were only three people on the ranch: the victim, a defendant, and a worker who has an alibi for the time of the crime. The defendant was found unconscious right in front of the victim, who was bleeding out onto the floor. Furthermore, she was holding a weapon. Without a doubt, that's what was used to kill the victim. She seems like such a bright girl. It's most unfortunate. Your Honor, I would like to submit these pieces of evidence to the court. First, I have the autopsy report performed by the Crown's top coroner.
What's that gesture she's doing?
Ninja stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she
Is
does
Is that
that in the
not
base
how
game.
you hold an autopsy report? I thought that was standard procedure.
Yeah. Gotta hold up with both hands.
Yeah.
I'm new to the industry, so my bad.
Talon, who do you think sounds like Vegeta?
I think Ganon.
Ganon. Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I did do an abridged Vegeta line earlier.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's gotta keep being awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what we determined to be the murder weapon we took from the defendant's hands. To make sure we had the correct weapon, we conducted a very thorough investigation. Naturally, we searched everyone and thoroughly examined the ranch and its vicinity. Nothing unusual was found, but to be safe, we also checked the ranch's inventory list to see whether anything was missing. The list matches the items we found on the ranch exactly, and nothing but the saw had fresh blood on it.
That does sound quite compelling. This must have been a truly terrifying scene.
Dying from a wound made by a weapon like this is extremely painful. This only helps prove the defendant's viciousness.
That smile.
At the rate, they're going to paint Malon as someone, or as some heartless monster. Did somebody say heartless?
Shut up, Sora. Go back. Go somewhere else.
All right. I'll get back on my gummy ship.
When
Come on,
walk
Goofy.
away, you
Yuck.
will hear me
Listen,
say-
I'm still trying to get into Smash. I don't want you two ruining my chances. There is one more thing I feel I should mention for the sake of completeness. Shortly after we arrived at the ranch, a courier showed up to take some milk shipments.
Of course, business must go on. this really necessary to enter into evidence, though?
The shipments did end up leaving the ranch, so I feel it bears mentioning.
Were the contents checked before you let them go?
Naturally, who do you take us for?
Just pulling out a knife.
Okay, I was just
She's
asking
been
a
doing
question.
that the whole time.
Jeez. I mean, calm
Even though
down.
the worker handling shipments did get quite worked up about it, we cracked all of the boxes open to check what was inside. In the end, it did turn out to be only milk bottles, so we let them through.
Very well. Thank you for your thoroughness, detective.
Riveting.
So, what happened now?
Well, this is where I step in and perform cross-examination.
Oh, great! How does that work?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I just work here.
Could you explain what you were going to be doing?
Hold on.
You know what it is when you do something all the time, but you never really think about it, and...
Yeah, I just do stuff and stuff happens. I don't know.
Hold on. Glitching? What do you mean, Talon?
I'm not getting glitches on my end.
No.
So let me refresh Twitch. I'm hearing some. It's like.
Let me see.
Like it's a sound you would make when it's almost crunching. Let me check. Say something else.
La 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 la.
Are we alright
La
over?
la 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 la.
Are we alright on YouTube?
Are we alright on Kick?
Okay, I think we might be okay on Twitch.
Yeah, there's some kind of pop going on. It sounds okay it's record, but on Twitch,
Yeah, it does.
there's some kind of pop.
Pop, lock, and drop it.
But it's not the pickly pop of capers.
It's not
I've been
snap, crackle,
watching
pop.
Sandwiches of history.
So can't be a stream without technical difficulties, huh?
You know, honestly, that does make me feel better about my technical difficulties.
Yeah. Let me reset
Yeah,
the.
they're par for the course.
Let me reset the Discord stream just in case.
It could be, Talon. It could be.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but in the background, my pet parrot is going absolutely nuts.
Can't hear it.
Can't actually hear it.
Oh.
I heard him.
All right. Is everything okay now?
La 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 la.
Yeah, I'm not hearing any glitching on Twitch.
All right, let's go. So I
Could
get.
you tell me what you're gonna be doing? Examining someone's cross?
No, it's nothing weird like that. It's just I do stuff, and then stuff happens.
You're being really vague and evasive.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's
suspicious.
exactly what I'm doing. That's what a
Maybe
cross-examination
you
is.
should be on the stand.
Well, can't hurt to go over this again because I definitely know what I'm talking about. Actually, there's no time.
We know how to cross-examine.
Sorry, but there's no time for that. We have to get started right away. Definitely not dodging your question or anything.
Wow, you're selfish and incompetent. All right then. I'm so sorry. I'll try my best to follow along. You know what you're doing.
Yes, exactly what I said. I mean,
Ganon's killing me.
I sure hope so. This might not be easy. I should just keep in mind I can press, right, to skip through text. The defense is ready to cross-examine the witness.
Bah! A waste of time.
I sincerely hope you're not implying that standard court procedure is a waste of time, Mr. Dragmire.
What are you gonna do
Ha!
about it?
I'll fire you. In any case, we're ready, defense. Please begin the cross-examination.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Would you like me to be the voice in your head?
Sure.
All right. I think this is just press.
Statement 4 or 5. Present the saw.
Yeah. Thank you. I was bringing up the PDF right now. All right. Yes. Huh. This seems like a fairly large oversight. I just want to make sure of something. The state the saw is currently in is how you found it at the crime scene.
That's correct.
That's strange. Considering how much the victim bled out and how deep his wound was. Why is there no blood on the supposed murder weapon?
Ha! Is that all you have? Naturally, the prosecution has an explanation for why the saw is clean. Behold! This cloth was found in the defendant's other hand! As you can plainly see, it is stained with blood. The defendant simply wiped the murder weapon in a futile attempt to hide her involvement!
If Malon was trying to hide her involvement, why didn't she just leave the crime scene?
Oh, it's Curtis. Hi, Curtis.
Hi, Curtis. We love Curtis.
Yes.
Always stand Curtis.
United we stand.
We are so bad.
Bah! Obviously, she was trying to hide the body before the royal visitation arrived at the ranch. Unfortunately for her, it just so happened that the defendant arrived quite a bit earlier than scheduled.
Much appreciated, Curtis.
In a panic, she quickly wiped the saw off and pretended to faint to make it look like she just stumbled upon the scene.
Gah.
Young lady, things are not looking very good for you right now. The court accepts the bloodied cloth into evidence.
So, what's the story with this cloth?
Well, you ever heard of a time of the month? I'm just kidding.
Oh, you know what? You don't need to tell me. You can just stop right there. Let's just talk
I'm
about something
so
else.
sorry. Well, As I was doing a final check around the ranch, I noticed that part of the fence around the horse paddock was damaged. Not entirely sure what happened, but sometimes one of the horses just gets a bit too rowdy, you know?
Right.
Anyway, I didn't want to bother Mr. Ingo about it, so I tried to cut up a new rail by myself to patch it up. But then the saw slipped, and I cut my hand open.
Oh, goddess, are you okay?
Well, it wasn't that bad. It did bleed quite a lot, though, so I used that cloth to quickly bandage the wound. I was actually going into the ranch to ask Father to help me with the fence.
Ha! A likely story. And impossible to verify now, of course. The Sheikah Force had to use a fairy on the Sheikah Force had to use a fairy on the defendant to get her out of her supposed unconsciousness. I do have to give her some credit. She is one cunning woman. She knew that would explain a sudden lack of any wound on her hand.
Oh, why, yes, fairies are wonderful. Just the other day, I slammed my hand with the gavel, owie, and one took the pain off immediately.
Oh, great. Glad to know they're used for such important things. But, dang it. Too bad there's no way to tell whose blood is on the cloth. If only we were 200 years
It's a
into the future or
shame.
something.
Modern
Quick,
forensics
Impa,
just
run the
haven't been
ladder of
invented.
technology.
I
Where's
do
Dr.
believe.
Stone when you need him?
I do believe this matter has been settled. I am ready to call my next witness.
Uh-oh. Is that all I can get out of her?
You've served your purpose, Sheikah! Be gone!
Fine. Should best treat Her Highness with respect, or I'll see to it that you spend the night in the dungeons.
And I'll see to it you never get invited to Smash!
Worst character in the game, bottom tier.
Ooh.
Damn. Do not presume to threaten me, Sheikah. A night of darkness and solitude would be nothing but comfort for me.
That's so. And perhaps we should fill the dungeons with lit candles for the occasion.
Ah, they're clearing daggers at each other. If this doesn't end soon, we're all in trouble.
Order! Order! I'm sure we'll treat the princess with utmost respect. You may step down, detective.
This case has already made me weary with all the pointless jabber. The time is ripe to deal the final blow. I call Her Highness, Princess Zelda of Hyrule, to the stand!
Oh,
Eh.
Is something the matter? Why is everyone quiet all of a sudden?
Your Highness.
Hold on, let me tweak the volume a bit.
Am I too low?
No, you're good. Okay.
You're perfect, Heidi. Don't let me ever hear you say otherwise.
Aw,
Heidi
Cal, you're
supremacy.
so sweet.
Cause when you smile, the whole world stops.
I mean, it
and
would be
stares
about her. It
for a
would just be the technical stuff.
It's the
No.
technical stuff.
I will hear no
Oh.
complaints
Oh.
about Heidi.
Okay. Okay. You already said this line, right, Truvalo?
Yep, go for it.
Okay, cool.
I believe we're all just a bit uncertain on how to proceed. It is quite the honor to have such an esteemed guest in these halls.
Bah! In the face of the law, the princess is no different from a peasant. Name an occupation! No!
Blackjack.
The prosecution will behave.
Never!
I will not have any derogatory statements directed at the princess.
Derogatory? I simply wish not to waste any more time. We must employ proper procedure.
Oh man, my ears.
Why don't you be a man?
Why don't
It's all
you
right,
be?
detective.
I don't know.
I
Not you.
believe the prosecution does have a point.
Okay, maybe you do need to raise your game.
Me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
It is all right, detective. I believe the prosecution does have a point.
yeah.
Does
there-
have a point.
Ha!
I love his peanut gallery chime-ins. Like they're my favorite.
We're good now.
his never his ah, like they're killing me.
In the eyes of the law, we are all equals.
Ha!
On this stand, I am just another witness. I should not be getting any special treatment.
All right, enough of that. Very admirable, Your Highness. We can all rest easy knowing that Hyrule is destined to have a wise monarch in its future. Me. Yes, indeed. I eagerly await the day when our next ruler takes the throne and reshapes the kingdom in their image.
You flatter me, prosecutor.
What was that?
You flatter me, prosecutor. Now then. I believe I was asked for my name and occupation. I am Zelda, current Princess of Hyrule, and heir apparent to the throne.
Ah, marvelous, Your Highness. Before we begin, I would just like to know why you were at Lon Ranch to witness this terrible incident.
Ah, it is so really. Lon Ranch is Hyrule Castletown's biggest food supplier. Not only that, but the ranch also equips Hyrule's royal guard with the finest of horses. Every year, the royal family makes a visit as a gesture of goodwill and to ensure the quality of the steeds.
Wow, I didn't know your horses were used by the royal guard.
Malon!
We work hard every year to make sure they're in the best possible condition. Father loved to boast about it to the other ranch owners.
Knowing Talon, I'm sure he did.
How unfortunate that the ranch may no longer meet the Crown's high standards under new management. The royal family has a backup, I trust.
We are looking for one. Naturally, those standards are quite high.
Yes, of course. Now, please describe what you saw on the day of the incident.
Very well. Here I go. I arrived at Lon Lon Ranch a little after 8 a.m., accompanied by my loyal guards. I remember being surprised at how quiet everything was. There was nobody there to welcome us. I could sense that something was wrong. I opened the door to the ranch house and went inside. The room was mostly empty. There was a table with some kind of crystal bottle on top of it. But in front of the table, a terrifying scene was unveiling. The defendant hacked at the ranch owner's chest with the saw she was holding. I was overcome with fear, and I screamed. I will never forget what I saw that day. I heard that Talon and his daughter were incredibly kind. I cannot believe she would commit such horrible violence.
What?
I just realized that that second person in the beginning was probably Impa.
She didn't show up until later. It must have been the guard that was
Yeah,
said to be there.
maybe.
Maybe. Oh well, that's okay.
Oh my! You saw the very moment the victim was killed!
Ellipses. There you go! Decisive testimony!
Ellipses!
As there is no need to doubt the princess's statement, I call for the judge to make a ruling right away! Do it!
Hey, now, hold on. I didn't get to cross-examine the witness yet.
Who said you do?
I do.
You
Okay.
haven't, fool, because there is no need. Did you not hear one word of what I said?
Did you not hear what I said? Also,
No!
didn't you just...
I
Oh.
tune out when you speak, boy!
Of course you do. Didn't you just say we should follow all the procedures and treat the princess like any other witness? This is the defense's right.
You complete! How dare you use my words against me?
I believe the defense has a point. They do have every right to put a cross-examination, no matter who is testifying.
Boo!
I was quite looking forward to this part myself. I've only ever read about court proceedings in the Royal Library.
That being said, I will not tolerate any reckless accusations towards the princess. Is that clear?
Tell him, Judge!
Naturally, Your Honor. Naturally, yeah. I definitely didn't think she did it. How am I going to cross-examine the princess? This isn't gonna end well.
No, it isn't, boy!
Hey, stop reading my thoughts!
Make me!
Damn it.
Button into the prosecutor. That seemed like a rather intense outburst.
Well, I do have a guess. I think he just sucks at his job.
Oh?
Say that on this side of the bench, kid.
I wasn't talking to you. I mean, yeah. Anyway, because of the princess's status, it's possible that Dragmire didn't have an opportunity to discuss her testimony with her. That might mean that this testimony is a surprise even to him. This could be my chance.
Before we begin, there is just one thing that caught my attention.
Your mortality?
That, okay, too. I believe the princess mentioned seeing some kind of glass bottle at the crime scene.
I said, That would be this, I presume.
Why, yes, that is exactly it.
What is that?
Oh, this is the bottle of perfume that Father intended to gift to Her Highness when she arrived. He quickly rode out to town to get it at the last moment.
Oh, that's just adorable, isn't it?
We didn't know that the princess was coming instead of the king until only about 2 hours before the visitation.
Oh, how thoughtful. He really did not need to bother himself so.
As fascinating as this all is, the prosecution doesn't believe it's relevant to the case. So shut up and forget about it.
Objection! It's good to have a full picture of the crime scene. The defense requests the bottle be accepted into evidence.
The defense is evidence. That's what you sound like. Bah! Desperate to latch onto every little thing, are you?
This is the best Arkham roll. This is the
Yes.
I just get to be a jerk the whole time.
It's great. All of the ad libs, they're wonderful.
Whatever. You can add it to the evidence if it'll make you happy. No skin off my teeth.
No one even says that anymore.
In that case, the court accepts this bottle into evidence. Now then, defense, begin your cross-examination.
Okay.
All right.
Would you like me to tell you?
Go ahead.
Present the autopsy report on statement 1 or 5. Your Honor, Your Highness, I believe I've found something that doesn't quite match up with the facts.
How dare you question the princess?
That's what I thought.
You will let the defense speak, prosecutor.
I think I see why he so desperately wanted to prevent this cross-examination now.
No, you don't. Lame. You're too lame to know that.
You really
No,
are
you
playing
don't.
him like a bridge Vegeta.
So
You're too
good.
limited on that. That's what you sound like. Your Highness, you stated that you arrived at the ranch shortly after 8 a.m., correct?
Yes. The visit was scheduled for 8:30 exactly, but we were quite a bit early.
I see. That makes something you mentioned quite impossible. As stated by the autopsy report, the victim died before 8 a.m. You couldn't have seen the defendant attack the ranch owner when you arrived because the victim was already dead by then.
Order! Order!
Yes, you really caught her in a lie.
Your Highness, what is the meaning of this? While I wholeheartedly respect and serve the crown, I will nonetheless not tolerate lies in my court!
I have not lied. I suppose I did not see the exact moment it happened. I guess I only thought I did.
Princess, this is a matter of life or death.
And
I definitely saw the defendant there, though, along with the body. There was no one else who could have done it. I remember all of the other details correctly. The bodies on the floor, the pool of blood. You have to believe me!
These beats, though. Oh, that's over.
Dang.
Perhaps it'll be best if Her Highness revises her testimony.
That's not good. There's still not enough doubt to overturn this testimony. I'll have to find something else, or this case will be over.
I am sorry for embellishing the truth a little bit. I did not see the actual moment of the attack. But it had to have happened shortly before I went into the ranch house. Miss Malon and her father were the ones at the scene of the crime, so she must be the culprit.
I see. You only saw the aftermath of the scene, not the actual crime being committed. Very well. Hopefully there are no issues in your testimony this time.
Huh.
Defense, it's time for your cross-examination.
Naturally, naturally, Your Honor. Dragmire still looks pretty angry. I mean, what is he? I bet he didn't expect such a blatant contradiction to pop up. If I could just find another one like that, the princess's testimony would become completely untrustworthy in the eyes of the judge.
Untrustworthy.
Completely untrustworthy. just like I planned.
Well, I think she's a trifling hoe, if you ask me.
Wow.
Ooh, my scandalous.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Oh, you're going to press statement 3. This is the Sasata voice now. She sounds like this now.
Okay.
How can you be so sure of that, princess?
Well, when I do the house, the victim still had the weapon embedded to his body.
What?
It is obvious what that means, is it not? The killer did not even have enough time to try to hide the weapon. Yes, I might not have seen the murder firsthand, but I must have been very close to so.
Alright, hold on a second. I wonder if I can change the settings for Twitch for midstream.
See if there's a setting that makes her not a lying little hoe.
I know, right?
All right, defendant, settle down. You can only be cool so long, unlike me.
Bitches ain't shit but hoes
You know-
and tricks.
You know, unlike the prosecutor, I like to tell myself, I am the hype.
Oh.
Okay, it seems to be better now. I changed the codec. We'll see how that goes. Jesus cow.
Fingers crossed.
I expect this.
You know what,
Hey, now, I keep it PG most of the time.
I'm kidding.
But he said we
Oh.
could.
Oh my!
Yeah, yes, you could.
This seems like a very important detail. I think it would be advisable for Her Highness to her testimony.
Certainly, Your Honor.
Interesting. Dragmire certainly doesn't look very happy about this development, does he?
Chest hurts like
Thinking about
holy
it,
blade.
I might just swap by.
The murder weapon was still stuck into the victim's body after all.
Alright, now you're going to present the bloody cloth or the saw on statement 4.
Susato-san, is that you?
Ah yes, it is I, Susato-san. This is definitely me. I believe I've found another reason to doubt the witness's words. It seems the prosecution sees what I'm getting at here. There was a bloody cloth discovered at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has argued before that it was used to wipe the saw clean. If the princess saw the saw, if the princess saw the saw lodged into Talon's body, and the crime scene was left intact, then it couldn't have been wiped.
Why is your nose so long?
Why is your
You're one to
face so
talk.
wrong? You want to talk about that, Prosecutor Dragmire? Care to explain your face? Why is it so green?
Look at the nose. He's all of complexion.
This
No,
is
literally
most
olive, the fruit.
perplexing.
No, literally olive
Some
the
kind
fruit.
of olive.
Your Highness, are you sure that's what you saw?
Well, maybe the princess decided to pull the saw out in a valiant yet futile attempt to save the victim.
And wipes the blade clean.
That would be almost like the defendant.
Of course I did no such thing. I made sure the crime scene stayed intact. I guess I must have made up the memory about the saw sticking out of Mr. Talon as well.
You idiotic girl! Do you even realize what you've done for your bumbling?
I am sorry. I was just so excited to stand as a witness in court just this once. Whenever I try telling my father about anything, he always seems so disinterested.
Oh, boo-hoo-hoo, poor princess.
Just this once, I wanted to feel listened to. The defendant is clear that she did it. I just wanted to play a larger part in her capture.
Oh my god, princess, seriously.
I'm sorry for the trouble I have caused you all.
Dang.
Stupid royal, you made me look bad!
I told y'all she was a trifling hoe.
Yeah, you know what? I get it, Malon. I don't think I like her anymore.
Your Highness, the court is no place for silly games. As it stands, I'm afraid we'll have to strike your statements from the court record completely.
Yes, I did it! The prosecution lost their key witness.
No! Please wait! I have more to say! I was wrong about the crime scene, but I still have not testified about what I saw afterwards.
Bah! Why would we care about that? Like your father, I won't be
Because I
listening.
want you to listen to me!
Oh my god, Ganon.
It's
no.
best that you leave and stop damaging my case with your idiocy!
I think both my ears are ringing.
Even if you are not interested in my words, you might be interested in it. Oh my god, it's crunching! Crunchy time!
Oh.
Hear crunch?
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard one crunch.
dang.
You
That must have been the most
The
Was it
tiniest
a
crunch
Nestle
ever.
crunch?
Oh,
the Triforce
yes.
of Wisdom strikes again.
You got like crazy timing there. All right.
Even if you're not interested in my words, you might be interested in the evidence I found.
What? Oh! Oh!
Huh?
Holding evidence, really.
Evidence?
Guys, this is why we should eat the rich.
Of course. While the Sheikah force investigated inside the ranch house, I looked around the rest of the ranch on my own.
Sheikah! Did you know about this?
Of course I did.
You did?
smash for you!
First character, bottom tier.
I'll have your head for this!
Like to see you try with your slow movement rate.
Hold on! Hold on! What is the meaning of this detective? Why have you withheld this from the court?
Quite simple. The princess specifically requested to present her finding on her own.
What? And you agree to this?
Look, I'm kind of having a crisis of the whole protect the royal family thing right now.
This court is not some playground where children decide when evidence should be presented just because they have a crown!
Aren't you king of your people?
He's being rude about it, but you know, I can't help but agree with Dragmire on this one. You know, the worst person you know just made a valid point.
Yes, and the same thing about even a princess is equal under the law.
Yeah. Also, I don't really buy this story. There's no way Impa would have allowed this.
Totally. I don't think there's any way Zelda would do. Oh, what was the line before? If you could bring up the history.
Yeah, you go.
Oh, go there we go. Believe me, I wasn't thrilled with the request either. However, after seeing the evidence in question, I didn't think it would be at all important to the case. Thus, I let the princess have her fun.
Wow.
Look, she's going to be the bearer of wisdom. She's got to learn how to take some hard knocks.
This is highly, highly irregular!
Like your blood pressure!
I know! I'm not sure how to feel about this, prosecutor.
Bah! Naturally, I object to this nonsense. If the detective thinks it's irrelevant, then this is probably just a waste of time. All the evidence points to the defendant. It's still clear she did it, even without a witness at the scene.
I see. Defense?
What do we do?
If we object to presenting the evidence, then Dragmar loses his key witness. Plus, whatever the princess presents could be bad for our case too.
So we should agree with the prosecution?
Well, on the other hand, we don't really have much to go on. This could be our only lead left.
You heard him! Sharpen the holy blade! Well, don't keep us waiting. Surely you won't throw away all the progress you've made thus far.
What do I do? Well, this is an Ace Attorney game. I gotta do, you know, the cool thing and wing it. I'm gonna request the evidence because that's what he would do. I really hope this is the right choice.
I do think it's really unlawful that a bunch of people keep deciding that evidence is irrelevant when they haven't presented it yet. Who the fuck are you to decide?
Well, I hear in other courts there's this thing called discovery that's all supposed to be dealt with before the actual trial, but that's way less fun!
That's holodrum talk. We don't do that here.
Dang. How come I'm not in that universe? I want to be in that universe.
You will be.
I really hope this is the right choice. The defense requests that the evidence be presented.
What? Press the thing!
While I agree that the situation is irregular, we should still examine all evidence possible.
That's what I'm saying.
It would be silly to dismiss it as irrelevant without even seeing what it is. And I
That's
definitely
literally
didn't.
what I just said.
And I definitely did not steal that from Malon right now. This is all of my own conjuring.
This is
Copyright Tree M.
misogyny.
I do believe you have a point, defense. However, I must warn you. In order to admit this piece of evidence into the court record, the princess's statement that she found it must be admitted as testimony, along with everything else she might say.
Yes, Your Honor, I am well aware. The defense wishes to give the princess just one more chance.
Awful the idiotic!
Order.
No!
Yes. Very well then. Your Highness, please testify once more about the new piece of evidence you found during your own investigation.
Thank you. I will not let you down this time, I promise.
I don't believe in you!
The princess should understand the gravity of the situation at hand now. I just hope this new evidence isn't damaging to our case.
I hope it is!
You know what? I hope you get put on trial and you get a giant sword stabbed through your chest.
Stop laughing!
Also,
Laughter! Giving
did you do
me
it, Zelda? Are you sure you
cancer.
didn't do it?
I wish to express my most heartfelt apologies for my mistakes in the earlier testimony. Upon entering the ranch house, I saw the defendant passed out in front of the victim, who was bleeding out. I stood guard at the entrance of the ranch house until the Sheikah force arrived. Once the Sheikah started investigating the crime scene, I decided to take a look around the ranch. While I was walking near the silo, I noticed a strong odor in the air. I had to stop to see where it was coming from. I followed the scent and found a burned out fire nearby and a small, nearly empty bottle of lamp oil. I, of course, took the bottle straight to the head detective.
Malon,
Stop!
you think she did,
gives me
right?
holy damage!
And here it is, the oil bottle I found. Nice, right? Look, I'm being useful. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me.
no.
Is something wrong?
Oh no. I think I might actually hate Zelda now. I mean, this might actually be completely irrelevant.
Yes. Well,
Of course there is, foolish girl! That has nothing to do with anything! Your great finding is some random fire on a ranch? Please. What next? Are you going to declare every rake on the premises suspicious?
the prosecution will calm down. We don't need any more shovel versus spade arguments.
This is bad. Like really bad. Your Honor, despite the fact that this evidence might not seem to add anything at the moment, the defense still asserts its right to a cross-examination. Some straws have been grasped.
Why must you insist on this charade, defense?
I think you mean charade.
No, I don't! The princess has merely recounted the same view of the crime scene as the head detective. You haven't been able to find any contradictions in her statements. Ha!
I believe there might be a way to tie the princess's new evidence into the case.
Ridiculous!
Regardless of what the prosecution thinks, the defense does have a right to a cross-examination. The court admits the oil bottle into evidence. I just really hope this isn't a complete waste of time, defense. For both your own sake and your clients.
Get the holy blade sharpened, folks!
Or
Guess we
don't.
better- Yeah, that I would like that a lot. You know. Points. Plus every statement in this testimony.
There's no need to put the princess on her apology, stupid!
What if I want to?
You already wasted the chance to throw out her testimony.
Yes, defense, please get to the point.
Yikes. Okay. Gosh, don't have to be so mean.
Never! I might literally die if I do that!
Is there anything else in the room?
Only the beautiful little crystal bottle I mentioned before. The house was rather barren.
Most of our things are on the top floor, since the downstairs room is mostly used for ranch business days.
And the occasional game.
Of course! Dad's famous Cuckoo game. Is it cuckoo? Is it cuckoo?
Hucko.
Coco, I think.
That's what they say
Okay.
in Breath of the Wild.
Cool.
The good old days.
Is the defense done reminiscing? There will be plenty of time to do that when the defendant's behind bars, and then you can remember the last time you had a good game!
You know, I was just trying to distract myself from the fact that there's nothing to latch onto here. Did anything happen during that time?
No, not that I recall. The guards did occasionally protest and ask me to let them take over, but I held my stance.
While commendable in theory, staying in the same room as a dangerous killer isn't very wise. Some Triforce bearer you are. What if she woke up and lashed out at you?
Sweet Heidi up above!
That thought did not occur to me.
Triforce bearer of wisdom, everybody. Bah! Of course not! Foolish girl!
But the guards did stand close by. I would have been safe.
Wonderful to see how much faith our princess has in our royal guard.
It's amazing how you can laugh and speak at the same time. Oh, yes, of course I do. In any case...
You didn't just go home?
The royal visitation was supposed to last a lot longer. Father was not expecting us back at the castle until much later. I came to the ranch to examine the horses, so I supposed I could at least do that in the meantime.
How long did it take the Sheikah to arrive at the scene?
It does not take very long to make the trip from Hyrule Castletown to Lon Lon Ranch. I cannot imagine it was more than...
I was gonna say, this music is freaking banger.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah.
Did you already read this, or did you lag out?
Oh, did I lag out?
Yeah.
No,
I heard it.
I heard it fine.
I heard it.
Oh.
No, never mind.
Ryoma lagged out.
The music did stop, though.
Oh.
This is true. Weird flex, but okay.
Slowpokes! I would be there in half that time, running backwards even! I suppose it's no surprise, though. The Hylian house gods are naturally inferior to our fine Gerudo steeds.
The Gerudo by horses from... Hey, man.
Just don't bother. He's trying to call you up, you know.
Hey, man, hold on. Am I gonna get to
What?
read my line?
Oh, okay. Go ahead, read your line.
Sorry, Ryoma opened it and then closed it. I was so sad. You tease. The Gerudo by horses from our ranch to you.
Just don't bother. He's trying to rile you up.
He's
You know.
succeeding.
As always!
Okay, I'll give you Okay, after the
Such
trial,
a
Malon,
good laugh.
I'll give you some cookies later. Just don't let them get to you, okay?
Share the cookies, boy!
No.
I would
Yeah,
also
you
like
want
some
one
cookies.
thing.
Oh no.
Women only want one thing.
What was the smell like? If you could be, you know, describe it in a not weird
Vanilla
way.
And chocolate and butter.
Okay, that's
Oh, it
pretty
was
normal.
all a really terrible stench.
Your
What?
failure! Surely you don't mean to say that you found the smell of horse manure suspicious?
Do not be ridiculous. The smell was not coming from the horses.
Fire, huh?
Now let me remind you, defense, that there's any number of reasons why a fire could have been there. You can still feel the cold grasp of death early in the morn.
Princess, how long would you estimate the fire had been out before you found it?
Right. There is still smoke rising out of the ashes, so it must have been put out recently.
So around the time of the crime.
So someone prepared their breakfast there. I repeat, this fire is irrelevant!
Your mom's irrelevant.
I think he's realized the same thing I did. Well, who was it? Who could have lit that fire anyway?
It would have to have been the ranch worker who was putting the milk shipments together at the time. It was almost certainly him. If you really want to ask about his little barbecue, you might just get your wish soon.
Doesn't sound like it was very appetizing. But without anything concrete to pin on him, he'll just be able to brush it off. Right. And she allowed you to present it?
Well, I was the one to find it. And since I was going to do the trial anyway...
Utter ridiculousness!
Yes. Please make this the last time you do something like this, Your Highness. Proper procedures exist for a reason.
Yes, I understand.
Defense, I believe that is enough. It doesn't seem like you're getting any closer to finding a connection between this fire and the crime at all.
No, I suppose not, Your Honor.
Naturally! I've said this was a waste of time from the beginning!
In that case, this cross-examination is over. Thank you for your time, Your Highness.
Thank you for wasting our time, Your Highness.
I assume you have no more revelations to share with us?
No, I do not. I really thought the fire would be important.
Leave my sight!
Enough! Your Highness, if you'd allow me to escort you back to Hyrule Castle.
Very well.
Now that the princess's little game is over, we should move this along. The prosecution's stance is still the same, of course. We maintain that the evidence on its own is enough to convict the defendant.
I do believe I am nearly ready to hand down my verdict.
Do it!
But, Your Honor, there's nothing that definitively shows that Malon committed the crime. This is all circumstantial. There's no way she could kill her own father.
That is an excellent point, defense. The prosecution has yet to elaborate on the defendant's motive.
It's stupid, it's lame, of course you could kill a father. Who hasn't thought about murdering their worthless but...
Wow.
Well,
Are we sure this guy didn't kill a father?
Do you want to get on the stand and say that before the court?
Prosecutor, perhaps seek counseling. Anyway, patricide is not something a person commits lightly.
Bah! I did briefly touch on the subject during my opening statement. But naturally, the prosecution is fully prepared to elaborate on the matter. I would like to call in my third witness!
That has to be that ranch worker.
Before calling him in, though, the prosecution requests a brief recess to prepare.
I thought you said you were already prepared. Maybe he wants to double check that his new witness wouldn't pull anything weird like the princess did.
Very well. I do believe a break would benefit us all.
I concur. I need to refill my water.
The court will reconvene after a 15-minute recess. Court is adjourned.
That goes for the stream too.
I wonder if this was going to be a two-parter.
Do we want to be a two-parter?
I mean, we have been going for 2 hours.
Yeah.
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 If this is the halfway point, that would mean another 2 hours.
Yeah.
Good point.
I'd be up for either one. I'm just gonna say.
Maybe. Yeah.
But
maybe,
I would want to have a break here.
Yeah. Maybe we should just end it here then.
I think 2
All
hours
right.
is a solid length, and then we can come back next week.
Yeah.
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 We can do that. All
Yeah,
right.
that sounds fair.
Okay. All right. Thanks for everyone for stopping by. Everyone did a good job. This is wow. I didn't expect the case to end up like that at all. Wow.
It's a lot of fun. Jugmire is my favorite. It's hilarious.
Wow.
You notice they never call him Ganondorf.
No.
Yeah, I've been calling him
They're
Ganondorf.
going by surnames.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's
but-
professional.
Yeah.
Although,
But you would think there would be like a formal introduction at the beginning where they'd give his full name, but no, he's just Dragmire the whole time.
Does Link
No, they
not
did
have
give
a
his
last
full name
Did they
at
not give
once.
him a last name?
Oh,
It's-
my last.
Link
I mean-
never has one.
I mean,
It's-
it's
it's-
Link.
Yeah, it's like Mario. Yeah.
although I will say I've rarely heard Dragmire. When has he been Dragmire in the games?
I think it was in one of the instruction books.
Ah.
Ooh.
I remember a streamer who was playing through Breath of the Wild, and he would say, first name Link, last name Cable.
That's wild. All the big
Wow.
lore is in the instruction manuals. Like otherwise you never know that Gerald made fake memories for Shadow.
Oh.
Crazy.
I actually
Oh.
didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why Shadow misremembered. He didn't just misremember. They were
Oh.
fake memories.
Holy shit.
Dang.
Well, before anybody leaves, if you'd like to see how the court case turns out, join us next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yep.
Surely,
you guys
same
so much.
Keys time, same Keys channel.
If you would like to support us in our comic dubs and our video making, please give us a like, a subscribe, leave a comment. It helps us a lot with the algorithm. And if you really want to support us, we do have Ko-Fi and Patreon, and it would be very appreciated because we're so poor.
We are very poor. All right, I'm going to.
And
starving.
just spread the links around too. I mean,
Yeah,
not just
share with
the link in our
friends, your
trial,
family.
but the links
Well,
to our.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
please don't spread me too thin.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already.
And
all
if you
over
have a
his
favorite
page.
character, or if you think you know who did it, leave a comment below. Maybe you'll be right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
YouTube?
Also-
Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah, YouTube. Sorry, not on Twitch and the other guy.
YouTube? You doing okay over there?
Also, maybe.
Oh no, YouTube's still there.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, good.
All right.
Also, would there be any way to like get this to the people who made this this little version?
cool. Sure.
I don't know if they want. I don't know if they want to know, but I know if I made something like this, I'd want to see everyone having fun playing it.
Well,
This is a fun time.
we'll see what happens. I'll try to figure it out.
Yay!
All right. Thanks for everything, guys. This was really fun. I'm glad we started this again. I missed
so
this.
much
And
fun
you
to
guys
Yeah.
high rule.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay.
We're high and we're ruling. I mean, what?
We are.
That's a wrap, guys. See you later.